Yes, hello everybody. Welcome to my hotel room here in the very posh Kensington. Hope you're doing all right, everybody. Welcome to NFTV. I've got to be a little bit quieter, just from respect of a few people. I was going to do the last word at the ground, but it was too dark, so I thought, right, let's just go back to the hotel room. But as you've seen in the vlog already, some of the scenes in the way end. Oh, I've just noticed I'm right next to a tube, a train track. Great. Wonderful. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. Where was I? So, obviously in the vlog there was some amazing scenes. Absolutely incredible. Good. The win feel factor. I think even if Newcastle didn't win tonight, that away end, minus the Sunderland game, it's the best it's been for a long, long time. So many people bouncing, especially towards the front, was just brilliant to see. But let's get on with it. This is the last word, just me, all alone. Yeah, down in London town. But Newcastle United went with the stronger side, possibly. Maybe Tino Livramento, as I keep saying this, feels a little bit hard done by. But Eddie Howe likes that back forward, doesn't he? And obviously we've got injuries, but great to see Jacob Murphy back. Not that he's going to be a game changer every single week, but it gives you a lot more options than Miggy. Now, obviously, there is some speculation about Miggy, which I'll come back to later, why I was not involved. But in terms of that, Callum Wilson is close. Joe Willock shouldn't be that far out now. And, and Harvey Barnes as well. So hopefully we can have those three back in the next week or two. But we'll see on Tuesday against Villa if Wilson makes it or not. So, Fulham had no Paulino, which I was a little bit surprised by. And Jimenez was on the bench. But there was some talk that Fulham wouldn't sell their stadium allocation out tonight because they're charging a ridiculous fee. I've got to bring that up. I have to. Charging home fans over 40 quid for an FA Cup game, as well as us, Newcastle fans. And obviously we get the pound admin fee online as well. So my ticket, what was my ticket? 41? 42? For an FA Cup game all the way down London. Then you're going to consider and factor hotel room. How much do you think a hotel room costs, even if this is tiny? Fuel. You know, it's adding up, in a couple of £100 upwards. Mental, man. Then they've got to look after fans. But I just thought I wanted to bring that up because I think it needs looked into. It really does, especially cup games because they're not capped. But going into the game, then, this is what you tuned in for, not for me to show you around the room and whinge and what have you. But I didn't think we were brilliant, mate, first off. I think it could have went either way. Fulham high pressing, playing the high press. I think we struggled with it quite a bit, to be honest with you. So many times, like it was all like ooh moments going across the box and stuff like this. And Dubravka was forced into a save low down, and obviously I haven't seen any replays. He was just come straight back. I'll be editing the vlog and then straight onto this. So this is off the cut as we do it on the last word. We don't analyse anything straight away. We like to do it in the heat of the moment. But Dubravka saved, and then obviously at the other end we had a couple of chances as well. We went 1-0 up through Sean Longstaff on the edge of the box. Good finish. We're at the other end of the ground. Difficult to see, but puts it away really well. Sent the away fans absolutely mental, and then we scored, which we did think we scored through Jacob Murphy on our right hand side, but we were disallowed and we had no idea at the time. I asked the lads in the WhatsApp. He was offside, but it was clearly offside apparently, so that was that. But for me, there wasn't enough urgency. It was lacklustre. It was slow. Even though we went in the break 1-0 up, and I just thought, and do you know what? I even said in the drive-thru earlier on, I'll take a scrappy own goal. I've just got to get through. So even if Newcastle went through tonight, playing ugly and not so well, you're through. I think that's an important thing because I generally feel that this game was bigger than the Villa game coming up. People might disagree on that, but I want to win a cup. That's just my prerogative. And if you get a home tie, you never know. Look what Maidenhead have done. I mean, not Maidenhead. You can tell I'm tired, can't you? God, not Maidenhead. Maidstone. Cough. Not well. Tired. Driving all over the place. So, anyways, second half. It was better. Fulham was still showing signs that they could hurt us, but for me, they just don't have anybody clinical. for me. And we see this up and down the Premier League. If you've got a 20 goal a season striker, Fulham score 1 or 2 tonight. If they've got a Callum Wilson on that side, or even an Isaac or whatever, they'll score tonight. But we scored the second from the corner, and then I might be wrong, Botman. It was pushed back out, and then Burner had a tap in against his former side. So again, I didn't know who it was because someone tall and standing in front of us. I'm like, when you're moving, you're trying to see what's going on. And Bobby, what are you doing and all this? This is what happened to the way it is. 2-0 up, and yeah, comfortable then, because we started then to get a bit of swagger. Pass and move, little flicks and stuff like this. The old Newcastle that we used to early in the season. But where was that earlier when the game was a bit tighter? Because even earlier in the season and going into last season, we would do that 0-0, 1-0. Where's the screaming, for the throw-ins like Bruno does? Where's the, come on, lift the crowd up, like Anthony Gordon does? That's slowed down. Where's the shithousery? Where's that? Where's slowing the ball down? Where's maybe kicking the ball away and the referee's not looking, and little things like that? And Joe Linton, I know Joe Linton's injured, but Joe Linton getting in the face of other people, and I think it's got to be up to Fabian Schär to do that now. But that's the small things that make the big things for me. But look, we're through, do you know what I mean? But I just don't feel it was comfortable. When you look at that scoreline, people who haven't seen the game, you think, wow, Newcastle have won 2-0 tonight, that's a good scoreline, away to Fulham, clean sheet. It wasn't quite like that, but it was great to get a clean sheet, by the way, because we've got to stop them goals going in from the other end. And also it was good to see 2 different goal scorers, local lads as well, which was interesting because speaking of local lads as well, I mentioned in the vlog, Alan Shearer, I believe, was in the crowd because they were all going nuts from in front of me. Lee Clark was definitely there, Sport Lee, and Michael Chopra was there as well. So it was all the ex-Geordies who used to play for in the crowd. Then it's great to see. Let's hear from Eddie Howe. Eddie, take it away.
Difficult game, not our finest performance, but I think you win these games in the mind. The motivation had to be there, the resilience had to be there, and it was. Second half was a lot better, I thought, in terms of technical delivery. We're pleased to win, keep a clean sheet and score 2 good goals. We knew it was going to be difficult here tonight. You come to this ground, it's a Premier League game. We've obviously got some injury troubles and we're not at our fluent best. And that's where you just have to, in these games, you have to try and dig out a result and you have to try and get yourself in the next round. And that's where I have to praise the players because we weren't at our best in that first half, and that's where we came in 1-0, which is a great scoreline for us. Sean's finish is a great finish off his left foot, and yeah, Dan, I don't think even he could miss that one. But Dan's scored some important goals for us, none more so last year in our cup run to get to the Carabao Cup final. So for him to do it again tonight, and that second goal was all important for us. Yeah, in the FA Cup, that would be unbelievable for us this year. I think the Carabao Cup whetted the appetite for everyone connected with Newcastle. It was such a memorable day. The scenes before the game, the support we had, and we're just so disappointed we didn't get the result for all the supporters, but hopefully we can go a long way in this competition.
Well, thank you, Eddie. Yes, being very calm as usual. For me, I'll get straight to it. I want a home tie. It's got to be. It's got to be a home tie, hasn't it? Surely, because I'm sick of travelling. Do you know what I mean? Down to Fulham, to Vile to see the women, up to Scotland, back down to Birmingham, back to Newcastle. That's my 4 days. Get a home tie, get home early, edit the videos for you. Easy life, please. But then if someone said, would you take Maidenhead? Why do I keep saying Maidenhead? Maidstone away, would I take it? Aye, I would. Why do I keep saying Maidenhead? Where have I got that from? And that's a place. But let me know who you do think, but I want a home tie. I do, I want the home tie. Miguel Miron. Where obviously he's ill, apparently. That's what the official memo is. Jamal Lascelles wasn't involved at all today. That's got nothing to do with any speculation. But I think the Miggy one, was he ill? Was it Lascelles? I can't remember. But obviously Miggy is rumoured to, and this is alleged rumoured to be on the move to Al-Shabaab. I'm going to cough. No, I'm not. Al-Shabaab for Saudi Arabia, which has nothing to do with PIF, by the way, for the neutral fans that are watching that. You're selling to your own club or not. And if he does go, that tells me that he's happy because Barnes will be back and Murphy for the rest of the season. Can he realistically get... Excuse me. Can you really realistically get somebody in? Because what you're going to get from Miggy, 20 million max. Can you get somebody in, maybe pay it over a longer term? That's one way to do it. Has you got someone in mind that can take him on loan for the rest of the season, purchase to buy in the summer? That's another option that you could do. I don't think there'll be, I'll be honest with you, I don't think there'll be much movement this January, and I'm actually quite pleased about that in one sense, because not for the football, but all the YouTube videos that we do, because there's so much crap about YouTube, big YouTube channels I'm talking about, that just spin fake news just to get views. It's awful content. But in terms of football, I would love to see new signs, but I cannot see it. I cannot. I think it'll be one if we're lucky. And now we've signed a kid from Manchester City and Javier Manquillo's left, but it's very quiet across the whole. I think it will step up, don't get me wrong, the next few days. And of course, Eddie Howe would have been asked about it, and he'll get asked about it against Villa on Tuesday, which they've got a great home record. That's gonna be such a hard game, isn't it? Let's face it. It is. Give us a draw. Let's get a little run going, Let's be realistic where we are with the injuries, our form, their form. A point isn't a bad result. I mean, it's still tight in the league at the minute. Our season isn't over. We've still got Europa League and the Europa Conference. I don't think, realistically, the Champions League, I think that's gone now. I think most fans will probably say that, but still a lot to play for. Don't get me wrong, we're still in the FA Cup. I'm quite happy to finish mid-table and win an FA Cup, rather than finishing the Champions League with nothing. Or every day. Give us a trophy every day of the week. I think that's another train. That's going to keep you up at night, isn't it? I know it is. But, yes. So, tomorrow I shall bring you the women's vlog. I'll be coming from here, driving all the way just behind Blackpool. So I'll be going across the country to the left side. And, yeah, I'll be bringing another one. But I'm tired. Gotta edit all these vids because they're not going to edit themselves, are they? But drop us a like, everybody. Hope you've liked this last word.